Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Masters of the Universe Tuesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Mega Construx Masters of the Universe He-Man Jet Sled. Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just to help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. First up, as we normally do here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's take a look at the packaging. Nice big open area here with the skull and hood and stuff for Skeletor. Mega Construx Masters of the Universe, 78 pieces. He-Man Jet Sled, and then some other language on the bottom. Small print, fine print, legalese print, and a barcode, and a Amazon barcode. Product shot on this side. No product shot on this side, but a bunch of stuff in foreign language. And on the back, Masters of the Universe, Mega Construx, some more small print, fine print, legalese print, Mega Construx, Mattel, that thing. And that, my friends, completes a look at the packaging. Let's take a quick look at the Skeletor head. The dark blue hood, kind of a gold face and black eyes. And mine's a little dinged here and there on the paint. Not that big a deal, but it is still pretty cool looking. And then here's to compare it with the slime pit. And the Fisto Cliff Climber, which are the only other two of these that I have. I'm looking to get the other ones. And then as far as what's inside, let's take a quick look. The base plate here just kind of pops off. There's handy dandy instructions. 1, 2, 3 bags. And that, my friends, is everything that's inside, and we will be back in a moment after I've completed the build. Now let's take a look at the completed model and the instruction manual. And although these Mega Construx manuals have come a long way since they became Mega Construx and not Mega Blocks, I still find them a little bit behind Lego instructions, although these are nicely illustrated and for the most part they're easy to follow. Not bad instructions, just room for improvement, I should say. Now let's take a look at the completed model. There's, the Skeletor head, and here's the land with a little rock, and then the Jet Sled. It will spin around, so that's pretty cool. And I don't know how many people remember the original Jet Sled who are watching this. Maybe some of you do. One of the things I did not have as a kid was the Jet Sled, although I had some of the other smaller sets. But one cool thing about this, oh, and before I forget, I want to show you, there's storage here for the power sword, but you can also, there's a little slot here on He-Man's back that the sword will go into. I don't recommend using this a whole lot because this harness is just rubber and you run the risk of stretching it out and more than likely breaking it. And But as I was saying, the original, you know, you could fold it down and it would strap to their back like a backpack or a jetpack. And this one, as you can see, it does fold down, and it did have this peg piece right here, and he does have a hole in his back. And if I can get it lined up, so there you go, He-Man with the Jet Sled on his back as a backpack. So that's pretty cool that they actually included that peg so that you could stick it on his back. Now, as far as the colors go, I mean, it's all pretty regular He-Man stuff except for the harness. And I'm sure there's a mini comic or something somewhere that supports this as a color of his harness. But let's talk about the figure. Not very good paint on the face. He actually looks cross-eyed and angry, like Bizarro He-Man. But as far as his articulation goes, let's move this out of the way. He can look up just a little bit. He looks down that far. He can do the full Exorcist. He's got some waggle in there. 360-degree rotation at the shoulder. And that shoulder joint comes up about 90 degrees. And the elbow on this side, it doesn't quite hit 90 degrees because of this bracer, I guess is what it's called. But on the other side, where he just has the little spiked bracelet, it does hit that 90-degree angle. He does have a 300... Well, I say he does. It will rotate 360 degrees if it's a little loose. But when it's not, it does catch. There's some pieces on the inside of the belt, and it does catch on that. So he does have waist rotation, but it does not go all the way down, all the way around when he is assembled properly. As far as the splits, he gives you that much. Kicks forward like a showgirl, and he kicks back almost like a mule, and not quite 90 degrees at the knee. Nothing at the ankles. I don't know if I mentioned it or not. Wrists do rotate 360 degrees. And that, my friends, does it for a look at the figure and the model. And now let's take a look at some comparisons. And first up, let's take a look at Fisto Cliff Climber, who doesn't really like to climb. He just kind of likes to dangle. But sometimes you can't get him to work right. And the only other Skeletor head set that I have here is He-Man in the Slime Pit, Zombie He-Man in the Slime Pit. And that's how they compare up to He-Man and the Jet Sled. That, my friends, completes the comparisons. For final thoughts on He-Man and the Jet Sled, I'm gonna add the "and the" in the title because, you know, it just says He-Man Jet Sled, and, you know, it seems like there's some words missing. So He-Man and the Jet Sled. For final thoughts, for a 70-something piece build, it's not bad. I do think it's actually I do think the Jet Sled itself is pretty good. And the fact that, you know, it does have a little flight stand type thing for it. I think it would have been cooler had they made these parts transparent, but, you know, usually that plastic is a bit weaker The Skeletor skull, it does look nice. And then, you know, the rocks are a nice little addition here. But I do like the fact that not only does it, you know, it have this flight stand, it does have a peg so that you can attach it to his back, just like the other one used to be able to become a backpack or jetpack, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. Whatever you want to call it. Backpack, jetpack. But you know, a pretty easy little build, easy to follow directions, and you know, not bad for $10. Actually, kind of cool. Definitely cooler than the Fisto Cliff Climber, in my opinion. Your mileage, of course, may vary. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each and every view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just to help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.